When it comes to sports in Lorain, your station to watch is TV 20, Lorain City Schools Television.
Good evening and welcome to the Shot Palace. Jay Ferguson, Bob Graskich, Joe Bach here tonight. Bob, we look for a little bit of history tonight. We've seen Indiana Jones and the quest for the Holy Grail. Well, tonight the Admirals go on the quest for the Holy Grail, a 20-0 season. 19-0 coming in, but a very, very dangerous Euclid team.
Well, Jay, they're dangerous. As of 2 weeks ago, the only undefeated Division I teams in the state were Glenville and Admiral King, and Euclid beat Glenville. Now, Glenville had some injuries, and they've lost 2 more games since, but that'll give you an idea of what they're capable of. I know Glenville, even missing their point guard and big guy, have a lot of talent and are a difficult team to beat. So, I mean, I'm not sure what to expect from Euclid. I saw them in the preseason. They were highly regarded. I wasn't particularly impressed. They have some nice size. They've got a first-year coach, and that always, means a change of system. So I'm very curious.
And on the other side, it's a different movie, Bob. For the Admirals, a little bit of Heartbreak Hotel.
Absolutely.
As, what a shame it is that Chris Kimbrel is not going to be with the Admirals tonight during this one. Spoke to Chris before the game tonight. He's kind of hobbling around with a big knee immobilizer on it. I don't know that I've ever felt worse for a high school athlete in my life. He should be out there with this team.
Oh, absolutely.
And I hope his teammates realize that.
Right.
And, one of the moments I look forward to tonight is I really hope I get to see Chris Kimbrel, knee immobilizer and all, climb up the ladder and slice a piece of the net.
I hope so. That would be great. And with Chris out, I mean, that puts some pressure on some other guys. Some people are going to be playing out of position for the first time. But I'm pretty confident. I think Vince Lee and Malcolm Barnett and Parker off the bench, they're all players with ball handling skills. My advice to them would be make the easy pass. Don't force anything. We had them, Admiral King the other night against Avon Lake, and the game kind of got out of control, and it wasn't clean. They've got to make the easy pass. Don't force anything. Run opportunistically. Take advantage of shot clock situations. And I still think they're capable because their perimeter half-court defense, although it won't be what it was with Kimbrel and 6 steals in the game, I still think is formidable. And then, of course, against Euclid, the other key is going to be, rebounding the basketball.
Well, I think that the inside game is what the inside game has been. I think that it's up to, Vincent Lee has got to pick it up a little bit. He's the defensive guy that you look to pick it up. From standpoint of Malcolm Barnett, I think you look to him to say, okay, you're not the junior and the rookie in the lineup anymore. We need you to be the guy that makes the good decisions at all times for us. And, pick it up by committee. You don't replace Chris Kimbrel. He was all Ohio last year. You don't just say, we're going to go to the bench and we're going to bring the next man in and be the same. You need a lot of people to do a lot of things.
Absolutely, no doubt about it. But, Jay, I really think the key is remaining under control. We've got to cut the turnovers down, still play that good, hard half-court defense with good perimeter pressure, make the easy pass, don't force anything. Every possession will count.
Bob, it's been a long time since we've been in this gym and we've seen all of the bleachers pulled out like they are tonight. And this is, it's getting toward March Madness time. And the atmosphere here with, as the JV game is concluding is electric already. I'm really excited for this game to start.
I am too.
A lot of things going on. One of them is going to be the Admiral King Parents' Night. Those activities and all the things that go around the last home game of the season for the Admirals. And, we talk about undefeated. They have already clinched the Erie Division of the Lake Erie League. But with a win tonight, we'll finish the season as the only Division I team in the state of Ohio.
With the win tonight. And Jay, you mentioned the parent thing and the senior night. This is a good team and an easy team to root for. I love the way they carry themselves on the floor. You don't see any attitude. Everything is positive. 20 assists a game, a lot of teamwork. It's just a team you like to root for and a team you want to get behind.
Well, I'll tell you, knowing these guys and seeing them during the week in different situations, it's just a group of really nice young men. And that's, first and foremost, we talk about athletics and some of the things that they, why schools sponsor athletic teams. And one of them is to help develop the character of teamwork and working together for a common purpose. And these guys have exemplified that all season.
Right. We can't forget Coach Al Stacy and his staff too.
I've known Albert 25 years. We go back to when we were JV girls coaches, he at Midview and I at Lorain High, and he's done a great job, but you know what? I didn't expect anything different. So, you know, that's just the kind of guy he is. Brian Corey was lucky to have Al Stacy in the rings. Hey, I'm really looking forward to this one, and we're going to be back. But first, Parents' Night from Lorain Admiral King.
With new information, you can help prevent your child's next asthma attack. Call 1-866-NO-ATTACKS or visit noattacks.org.
Hi, this is Kimbrel. Today and every day is the right time to support the American Red Cross, who gives disaster assistance to people when they need it most. You can help the victims of thousands of disasters across the country each year by making a financial gift to the American Red Cross Disaster Relief Fund, which enables the Red Cross to provide shelter, food, counseling, and other assistance to those in need. Please call 1-800-HELP now. Together, we can save a life.
Welcome now to the 2009 Lorain Admiral King Winter Sports Senior Parents Night, sponsored by the Sports Booster Club. Tonight we would like to recognize the following seniors. First of all, in boys basketball, Alexander Jenkins Atkinson, known as AJ Atkinson. AJ is being escorted by his parents, Terrence and Dr. Cheryl Atkinson. In his spare time, he enjoys golfing, reading, and bowling. AJ is a member of the golf team. We're here in First Team All-Lake Erie League. He plans on attending college after high school and has received scholarships from Worcester and Urbana, but has not made a selection yet. Alexander Jenkins Atkinson, AJ Atkinson. Adrian Casey. Adrian is escorted tonight by his grandparents, Marcel and Thomas Smalley, his father, Adrian Casey, and his uncle, Aaron Casey. Adrian was awarded Lake Erie League Player of the Year for the 2007-08 basketball season. He is also on the football and track and field teams. Adrian plans to attend college while continuing his athletic career. Adrian Casey. Chris Kimbrel. Chris is escorted by his mother, Stephanie Wilson, and his brothers, Jonathan and Antoine. He's a 4-year varsity starter at the point guard position. Chris is also a 3-year varsity starter on the football team. He plans to continue his football or basketball career while he attends college. Chris Kimbrel. Vincent Lee. Vincent is escorted tonight by his mother, Alberta King, and his grandmother, Pam Lewis. On top of basketball, he is a standout on the varsity football team. Vincent plans to attend college to major in business while continuing his football or basketball career. Vincent Lee. Bryant Parker. Bryant is escorted by his mother, Letitia Blue. Last season, he was awarded Lake Erie League and Morning Journal Honorable Mention. Bryant plans on attending Walsh University, majoring in business management. Bryant Parker. Jermaine Ross. Jermaine is escorted by his parents, Bernice Johnson and Jermaine Ross. He loves playing basketball and spending time with his family. Jermaine plans to attend college, majoring in civil engineering. Jermaine Ross. And we're going to have a couple of special basketball presentations upcoming in just a few moments, so stay for that. Now honoring the cheerleaders, Savannah Bennett. Savannah is escorted by her parents, Donnie and Trellis Bennett. She has 4-year varsity letters for cheerleading while carrying a 3.4 GPA. Savannah plans to attend the University of Akron to major in criminal justice. Savannah Bennett. Nikki Hernandez. Nikki is escorted by her parents, Ramon and Gloria Hernandez. She's an honor roll student and plans to attend Bowling Green State University to major in nursing. Nikki also participates in band, track, and JROTC, and she was Lorain Admiral King's 2008 Homecoming Queen, and you can see why. Nikki Hernandez. Misha Mitter. Misha is escorted by her mother, Bridget Mitter. She actively participates as a member of the concert and marching band, is the senior class president, and is in the National Honor Society. Mika is an honors student planning to attend the University of Cincinnati to become a nurse anesthetist. Misha Minter. Olivia Robinson. Olivia is escorted by her parents, Willie and Veronica Ammons. In her spare time, she enjoys singing and dancing. Olivia plans to join the National Guard after high school and then attend Youngstown State University to follow her passion for music. Olivia Robinson. Nija Schuler. Nija is escorted this evening by her mother, Latanya House, and her aunt, Keisha James. She's a four-year varsity cheerleader and honor roll student. Nija plans to attend Miami University in Florida to major in pre-med. Nija Schuler. For girls basketball, we honor the three super seniors. Dominique Higginbotham. Dominique is the daughter of Margot Higginbotham and Donald Pearson and is escorted tonight by her mother. She works part-time for the Boys and Girls Club of Lorain County. Dominique enjoys shopping, playing basketball, singing, and reading. She currently has a 3.1 GPA. Upon graduation, she plans to earn a degree in fashion merchandising. Dominique Higginbotham. Derica Mahone. Derica is the daughter of Teresa Heisel and Derek Mahone. Tonight she is escorted by her grandmother, Rosemary Heisel. Derica enjoys doing hair, listening to music, reading fiction, and playing basketball. After graduation, Derica plans to study physical therapy while possibly earning a license in cosmetology. Derica Mahone. Lindsey Wilson. Lindsey is the daughter of Pat Wilson and James Wilson. Tonight she is being escorted by her mother. She enjoys playing basketball, volleyball, and softball. Lindsay has a 4.3 GPA and is a member of the National Honor Society, Student Council, and Senior Committee. Lindsay plans to attend Bowling Green State University to major in early childhood education with a minor in Spanish. Lindsey Wilson. For bowling, we honor Chad Hall. Chad is escorted by his parents, Christine Strausser and Charles Hall. He has achieved honor and merit rolls. Chad has received the Most Promising Award and also the Jim Popiel Award for baseball. He enjoys baseball and football and plans to play baseball in college, and you better believe he will. Chad Hall. Jasmine Harris. Jasmine is escorted by her parents, Deborah and Daryl Harris. She has received leadership awards and has been on the honor roll. She also performed in track and field. Jasmine is involved in Senior Committee, National Honor Society, and Orchestra. Jasmine plans to attend Kent State University to major in biochemistry. Jasmine Harris. Nicole Matelski. Nicole is escorted by her mother, Diana Spurlock. She has enjoyed perfect attendance as well as honor and merit rolls. She enjoys hanging out with her friends and band. Nicole plans to major in business and minor in massage therapy at Lorain County Community College. Nicole Matelski. Ashley Boyer. Ashley is the daughter of Raymond and Lisa Baca. She is escorted tonight by Mrs. Velasquez. For 2 years, she has received the Academic Award for Achievement. Ashley is involved in National Honor Society, Key Club, Student Council, Senior Committee, Choir, and Golf. She plans to major in psychology in college, possibly Kent State. Ashley Boyer. Ariel Myrick. Ariel is the daughter of Nadine Kudlow and Eric Myrick. Tonight she is escorted by her coach, Mrs. Velasquez. She's a member of the National Honor Society and enjoys softball and golf. Ariel plans to attend Kent State University to be an elementary school teacher. Ariel Myrick. Kayla Susik. Kayla is being escorted by her parents, Christy Susik and Bill Whaley. She has perfect attendance and has been on the honor and merit roll. She has received the MVP and Queen of the Court for tennis and Most Improved Player and Highest Game for bowling. Kayla has been involved with chamber choir, marching and concert bands, orchestra, and yearbook. She plans to get a bachelor's degree in theater studies at Akron University. Kayla Susek. And a special acknowledgement to senior dance team captains Lakaya Hunter and Joseph Smith. escorted by advisor Nicole Davis and Sheila Hunter, parent Lakaya Hunter, and Tanel Jones, escorted by Delilah and Willie Earl Jones. Congratulations to all the seniors. And now, before we dismiss the seniors and their parents, some very special honors tonight. Two very, very outstanding individuals are here for the last time in the Admiral King gym for an official basketball game. Adrian Casey and Chris Kimbrel. Adrian Casey has had a tremendous career at Admiral King. He currently ranks as the #7 career scorer with 1,049 points. He only scored 13 points in limited playing time as a freshman, so 1,049 shows how much he has improved over the years. AD also has a chance to climb even higher on the King scoring ladder.
Hey, Chris, smile.
Last month, he became the first King player to score 40 points in a game in 37 years. Adrian ranks 3rd on the all-time list of rebounders with 727 and has a chance to catch #2. The other top rebounders were taller than 80, so it shows just how hard he has worked on the floor. And to the light of King fans, he holds the record for most dunks in a game, 6. The plain dealer calls him Dr. Duncanstein. And he is a fan favorite for another good reason, his smiling, always pleasant disposition. I see some of our political leaders here tonight. You better sign up Adrian to run for mayor before you lose him. He's a sure winner. And all-time great, Adrian Casey. Chris Kimbrel winds up #1 in 4 different categories. #1 in career assists with 383. Tied for #1 in charges taken during a season, 10 as a sophomore, and the fellow record holder we've seen tonight, Mr. Julius Blackman, is in attendance. #1 in steals for a season, 123. #1 in steals for a career, 331, which is also a Lorain County record. And ranks, listen to this, it's #6 in all-time Ohio history. Chris was first-team All-Ohio in football and deserves to be first-team All-Ohio in basketball. He is first-team All-World as a human being. I have never heard a coach, administrator, teacher, or teammate, or anyone say anything bad about Chris as a person or a player. He is the consummate team player. He falls only 47 points shy of scoring 1,000. But Chris was never about scoring, as you can tell by his record amount of assists. Although he did prove he could score also. Last year, he led in a win by a 14-point margin at Toledo-Whitmer, a team that would go on to play in the state Final Four. In that big win, Chris scored 32 points, twice as many as his counterpart from Whitmer, Ryan Smith, who you now see playing for Purdue in the Big Ten. Chris became a starter as a freshman, but was not satisfied with just being a good player. He worked very hard to improve himself, including in the weight room, and it showed. You never saw Chris Kimbrel being out-muscled in a battle for a loose ball or a rebound. And you never saw him being out-hustled at any time. And what a great pressure player. He was a prime reason why King pulled out 7 wins in the 4th quarter this year. Unforgettable was his pass to Dominic Price to win the Southview game at the buzzer 2 years ago. As was his pass as a freshman in the tournament at Midview in the closing seconds against Strongsville, when with 2 defenders draped all over him in front of the bench in the backcourt, Chris somehow threw a long, perfect pass to Price, who made the shot at the buzzer to tie the game and send it into overtime. Chris Kimbrel is an absolute winner. Listen to this. Chris is the only athlete in the 48-year history of this great high school to have started 3 years of varsity football and 4 years of varsity basketball without ever experiencing a losing season in either sport, football or basketball. Ladies and gentlemen, it has been my pleasure to have witnessed all the great athletes in the 48-year history of Admiral King.
There may have been a few better football players. Raymond Harris, Jerry Evans, and Brian DeMarco made it in the NFL. And perhaps a few better basketball players. Jamie Gladden starred on Xavier's NCAA Sweet 16 team. And Harold Walton, who's in attendance tonight, was an All-Mid-America Conference player at Kent State. But none, absolutely nobody, was so outstanding in both football and basketball in Admiral King history like Chris Kimbrel.
I get people involved in saving the environment. That's why I volunteer.
When I teach computer skills, I help kids succeed in school. That's why I volunteer.
I helped raise awareness about the hazards of tobacco use. That's why I volunteer, to make a difference.
If you know middle or high school students who make a difference by doing volunteer work, have them ask their school principals about applying for a Prudential Spirit of Community Award. Or encourage them to call 1-888-450-9961.
Back here at the Shot Palace, number 50, senior Adrian A.D. Casey will jump it against 32 of Euclid, Jamal Harris. Harris at 6'6". The Admirals and Al Stacy going with an all-senior starting lineup. 3, Bryant Parker. 10 is Jermaine Ross. 12, Vincent Lee. 25, A.J. Atkinson. This is Dwayne Harris for Euclid. He's joined by number 2, DJ Bibb, number 23, Walter Bibbs, and 24, Garrison Davis, as well as 32, Harris. Admirals open as always, man-to-man.
Very patient here by Euclid on the opening possession.
Well,
they're looking to get the ball inside,
They
definitely.
are
6'7"
all
Harris.
set plays from what I've been told. Pass the ball and get it back, A.D.
Oh, I'd like to have had that one.
DJ Bibb around Ross, and 2-0 Euclid.
Euclid comes out in a blitzing man-to-man, Jay.
And the first foul of the game as Ross goes for the catch. Number 2, Bibb knocks him to the turf. Pass interference in football and basketball. You get a foul, and King gets the ball right there. A.J. Atkinson will inbound it. Down to Casey, one-on-one. A.D. goes to work in the office. Nice spin move. Missed it, got it back. Pump fakes it up, missed it, got fouled.
All right. I mean, just a good spin move by Adrian, and then to get to the other side of the basket, to get his own rebound and power it back up, puts him at the line for 2.
Jamal Harris, 32, the big fella who is 6'7", and a senior, gets his first foul. Casey to the line, 2-0 Panthers.
60% shooter, shooting 62% from the floor, Jay.
Wow.
And 60% from the line, yeah.
Most of his shots from the floor are closer than where he's at now. And many of them are higher up. But AD has a lot of AD's misses, I think, are fatigue misses. He's got a pretty nice stroke when he stops and concentrates. Got him. There was that flash that we noticed before the game there on the rebound. 2-1 Panthers. This is Bibb against Atkinson. Down inside, they go to work with Bibbs around Ross. Kicked out. Set up for the 3, up, no. Parker let it go out of bounds, and the Admirals will control down 2-1. We've played a minute and a half.
And it looks like Euclid's going to pick up full court. With Kimbrel out of the ball game, your point guard's out of the game. Not a bad strategy. Oh,
well,
no.
Not only is your point guard out of the ball game, but maybe with Malcolm Barnett on the bench, you're a little.
Right.
You've got a couple.
You're absolutely right.
You got a poker hand out there. You got 2 2s and 2 3s, and no 1s and 4s. Lob pass, not controlled, knocked away by Ross, and he picks it up. Vincent Lee will bring it ahead. Slashing and crashing to the glass, Vincent Lee. You know, Bob, that was a very moving tribute that Pope did for.
It sure
Here
was.
Comes AD on a breakaway, up and wham with the left hand.
Yeah.
That's what AD was thinking on the first steal.
Now, I just think it's important, maybe. I don't think you're going to turn Euclid over a lot. I think it's important to contain the ball, pressure the pass inside.
Right back, Jasmine Harris gets 2.
I mean, Harris is 6'7".
Yeah, he's going to be tough to defend once he gets it.
Right, and I think one of the strategies has got to be you've got to put extreme amount of heat on the passer.
Lee to the glass, no, he's denied, and back come the Panthers, and here's Harris down the middle. Had to pass it before he turned it over. Nice dish there. 2 for Davis.
Slow picking up. You have to sink to the level of the ball in transition.
Ross for Casey to Vincent Lee, and they get it across. Lee down the lane, kick out. Bryant Parker's open for 3. Back comes Bibb. He's ahead to Davis. Davis with Casey. Casey denies. This is Vincent Lee. 4:53 to go. Lee into the lane. Grabbed.
Okay.
On the way. Dwayne Harris, number 3, is going to get that foul. We'll get our first substitutions. And they are number 23, Malcolm Barnett, and number 32, Anton Harris. The normal starters in for A.J. Atkinson and Jermaine Ross, who both got the start on senior night. 6-5 Euclid as the Admirals look to trigger. Knocked out over Parker, and the Admirals will do it again. Bryant Parker again triggers. There's the pick. Trouble handling it, but Barnett saves it to Lee, who gets it up to the glass. I'd like to see how they drew that one on the clipboard, but it counts. 7-6. Nice athletic play by Malcolm Barnett, and then Bryant Parker with a steal.
Good back pressure by Parker.
Jumper from the elbow, got it. 9-6 Admirals. This is Dwayne Harris down the lane, pass off, up, good.
Boy, you just have to stop. You know, I could see already Euclid likes to run with the basketball. Mades and misses.
There's a big block. Oh, missed a little too cute, but they're going to get 3 instead of 2 as Anton Harris gets caught with his hand in a cookie jar.
Yeah, off the glass for Harris for the dunk miss, but again, the Admirals a little bit slow, recovering in transition. Now that's the 3rd time this has happened. Got to get back. And, you know, right now, just watching the game unfold, I'd have 2 back for the Admirals because they are looking to make a long outlet pass up around half court, and they're looking to bring it.
Well, and they may, but that second person all year long has been Vincent Lee, but now he's the one with the penetration.
Right, and that's where the other guards, you know, Parker and Barnett have got to realize they've got to get back on defense, especially when Lee penetrates.
Atkinson in for Lee now. Barnett handles. Back cut Atkinson to the rim.
Oh,
no. Rebound knocked away, out of bounds off of Euclid. 11-9 Panthers. 3:53 left in the first quarter. Adrian Casey to the bench. Gary Donald in as well for the Admirals. Nice
good
move
seal
by Anton Harris up with the left hand.
Nice seal.
Finish. And then he went to the left hand. We're tied at 11. Here comes Haynes.
Now, Jay, I just really feel you've got to contain Euclid off you can't get beat off the dribble. I mean, I'd have to this team would have to show me they can shoot it from the perimeter.
Well, it's not a,
you know.
Here comes Gary Donald to the rim. Gary Donald out-hustles.
Well done.
Out-hustles a couple of Panthers and gets 2.
Now sort them out, break them down, keep them out there, contain them. I think they want to pound it inside and beat you off the dribble.
They want to play set plays if they don't get an initial break, it looks like. There's a nice back cut and a layup missed.
Dodged the bullet on that one.
And here comes Malcolm Barnett. Patience. And Barnett will go get it and set it back up.
Right, and Jay, I just think it's very important for the Admirals to make the easy pass here. Don't force anything.
A.J. Atkinson into Gary Donald, had it knocked away. Here come the Panthers. Layup up in by Walter Bibbs. He's got 4, we're tied at 13. These two teams appear to be very evenly matched athletically, Bob.
Yes, with a slight size advantage, with Harris at 6'7" for Euclid.
Gary Donald on the move,
oh,
basket
well
and one.
Yes. I have never seen Gary Donald attack the basket as he did on his last 2 possessions. I mean, that is really well done right there.
Dominic Germany, the foul, his first. Substitutions, Casey and Lee back for the Admirals. Number 4, Rashid Fitzgerald into the Euclid lineup. (15-13). Donald looking for 3 the old-fashioned way. Big free throws at the end of the Southview game for Gary Donald, and he knocks that one down. The lead is 3. Along the baseline, knocked away, and here comes Adrian Casey. Make a good decision, and he does. Vincent Lee breaks down the big fella, goes to the rim, couldn't finish with the left. Admirals turn the breakaway that time, and Euclid will set up in the half.
Oh,
down low, Harris.
Wide open.
Somebody fell asleep.
Yeah.
Germany gets the basket. It was an easy one on the nice feed from Harris. Everybody was waiting for the double team. Bryant Parker 3-ball.
Oh, yeah.
That was true. And the lead is 4. Minute and a half to go, first quarter. 19-15. Ball knocked away off Donald, out of bounds. This will get James Griffey into the lineup, replacing Walter Bibbs, who goes to the bench with 4 points. Down low, they isolate, but Casey did a nice job and knocked it away.
Well conceived, a little sideline out of bounds play by them to open up the backside like
Gary
that.
Donald 3-ball. Didn't get that one, and back comes Euclid. Got away with one, maybe?
No, did not get away with one. That's going to be traveling on 6'7" Harris.
Was the official in front of the Admiral King bench? Either that or Al Stacy called that one.
I didn't think we were going to
Al might have reached
call.
over and blown that whistle because he was standing next to Big Corey Fields, who's the official that called it. Parker will get a blow. A.J. Atkinson back. Admirals again with the short bench are looking at 7 that have been in the rotation thus far this year. Barnett, A.J. Atkinson, Vincent Lee from about 15. Long rebound. Donald.
Powered up.
Back up. No. Rebound again.
Yeah.
Back up and got it. Gary Donald with 7. The lead is 6.
That's his 3rd aggressive attack of the basket. Well done.
45 seconds to go. Knocked away by Vincent Lee. Vincent Lee one-on-one to the rim.
Yes.
Got it. Vincent Lee with 6. The Admirals open it up to 8. Whistle. Timeout. Euclid. Full timeout with 34.7 seconds left. And
strange timeout.
Andy Sattel is not a happy man. First-year coach, maybe he'd like to have one back there as he thinks about it.
Well, to take a timeout with about 30 seconds left in the quarter, you're going to get that timeout.
And to take a full one at that point, too. You're going to get a full
30 seconds. I can't really understand that. But again, you can see he is not very happy in the Euclid bench.
And I think one of the keys, for Euclid to play with King is that they can't lose touch.
Right, and they can't turn it over. But I can see a couple of things. I can just see that this Euclid ball club would not be comfortable shooting the basketball from the perimeter. If we could they've got 15, and 4 of those really have come on layups, either in defensive transition or failure to pick up defensively. They are not a comfortable team shooting the basketball. I can just see it from the perimeter. I think you got to contain them. You got to contain their dribble. Once they pick it up, you have to put a lot of pressure on the passer because they're looking to get it inside.
Bob, this place has all of a sudden just gone electric on us, too.
Oh, yes.
It's real. The crowd picked up. It started with the Casey dunk, and this little run that the Admirals have gone on here to extend the lead to 8 has really awakened the big crowd that's here at Admiral King tonight. Somebody, and maybe I'll get a look at halftime, see somebody bought little hand towels, yellow towels that the fans are waving that say, "We are AK." As Euclid brings it across under 30. Whistle on the drive, no basket. It's going to be on the penetration, and it's going to be on A.J. Atkinson.
Not a bad foul.
Well, A.J. let him down the middle of the court there. Cardinal sin is foursome wide. Euclid inbound on the baseline, 22.9 to go.
Watch lob.
There it is. Harris up and got it over Casey.
Got to play for one here with 17 seconds.
He's got 4, 15 seconds to go. Vincent Lee, Malcolm Barnett, 23-17 Admirals.
Down to 6.
Gary Donald. A.J. Atkinson at 4, loses his footing. Now they're not going to get a shot up, 1.6. Euclid coach is up telling the players what they need.
Well, pick up here and keep them in front of you. Watch a long pass.
There's a long heave. It should be noted at the end of the first quarter of the JV game, I guess, one of the Admirals JVs hit one from about three-quarter court.
By the way, Jay, you know, since you mentioned that, Jay.
We'll get that more, but first, let's come back after this timeout.
Parents, there's something you can do to protect your kids from drugs and alcohol. Combine ground beef with egg, tomato sauce, breadcrumbs, and spices. Bake in an oven-safe pan at 350 for 50 minutes. Serve hot.
This is Jamie Lee Curtis. Children who eat dinner with their families are less likely to smoke, drink, or use drugs. So, have dinner together every day.
Delicious.
A message from CASA, the National Center on Addiction and Substance Abuse at Columbia University.
Back at the Shot Palace, Jay Ferguson, Bob Braskich. The Admirals in the quest for perfection on top at the first stop, 23-17. They'll get the ball. Bryant Parker will inbound. That's Malcolm Barnett in the backcourt. He's joined by 34, Gary Donald, 12, Vincent Lee, and 50, Adrian Casey. Lob pass for Casey from Donald. He forces it up, got it. AD with 5, and the lead is back to 8. Good push there by Euclid. Now they'll bring it out and look to set up half court. Knocked away from behind Malcolm Barnett. Gary Donald had it, lost it, and they're going to get a cheap one.
No.
Dwayne Hayes gets the reward.
Right, good defense and a loose ball resulted in an easy basket for Euclid. That hurts.
Barnett to Vincent Lee.
Now here's where I think the Admirals just have to be patient. Make them play defense. First open man gets the basketball. Get it moving. Hard cuts. There
nice pass there. Gary Donald, the recipient from Malcolm Barnett. And Donald's got 9, 27-19. Oh, you don't have to go home, but you can't stay here.
Wow, Gary Donald is just having a tremendous first quarter plus here.
I think when we look back next year, Bob, on the evolution of Gary Donald, we're going to look to the first Southview game and the performance that he had here when his buddy Anton Harris was out of town and he had to play big minutes.
Right, well, he had 16 in that game and just did a nice job defensively also.
Harris against Casey. Good job by AD holding his ground. Now they'll look to bring it the other side. Whistle, Vincent Lee's going to get called for the push.
You know, Euclid's pretty quick. All 3 of their perimeter players are quick off the dribble. I just think you might want to take a step back and contain them.
Well, the other piece of this is, you know, the Admirals are playing with a short bench. As we've said, Chris Kimbrel not in uniform. That takes some away. That shot at Whistle, and Malcolm Barnett's going to get called rebounding in the back row. His first. It's only 3 on the Admirals. And Euclid calls out another set play. Harris
Here comes the lob play again. Well, maybe not.
Everybody thought that.
Yeah.
And Walter Bibbs got his 3rd basket. He's got 6, and the lead is 6. Donald brings it ahead down the lane. Underhand shot up. Gary Donald with 11.
Get back. Got to get back.
Turn the floor over, Admirals. Nobody stopped the ball, and it's going to cost them a foul.
Right, exactly. You've got to be sprint back, turn around, stop the basketball outside the 3-second line, and then sort them out from there. There's no such thing in defensive transition as my man or your man. You stop ball, and next most dangerous has to be covered in succession.
To the line is DJ Bibb. His first shot no good. He's got a basket and 2. 29-21, Anton Harris was going to the scorer's table, and Al Stacy pulled him back. 6:22 to go. Second shot around and in. Bibb has 3. 29-22, Admirals by 7. Barnett, step back 18-footer, no. Here come the Panthers, except that Vincent Lee broke it up and Barnett got it back. Kick to Parker in the corner for 3. No. Panthers bounced the rebound around and off an Admiral and out of bounds. Let's see, that is Parker that's going to get up. He went over the top of Vincent Lee. Looks to be okay. 21, Dominique Germany back for Euclid. 6:02 to go. I remember Big Corey Fields when he played at Elyria. He's standing down there as the official just holding that basketball like I hold a softball. That's the size hands he's got.
Right, off the dribble again. Look up
Gary
the floor.
Donald. Nice pass to Casey. Left hand layup, good.
Was that Gary Donald?
That was Gary Donald on the assist. I thought that he might have taken it too far. He obviously made a play. Admirals by 9, the biggest lead.
And good catch by Casey in traffic.
He got it up to his waist where he could see it and handle it. They try to lob over Parker too long. Donald has it back to Parker. 2-on-2. Here come the Admirals. Parker to the rim, no. Casey gets out-rebounded by Harris that time. And here comes Euclid. 3 ball from the corner is true for Garrison Davis, who leads them with 8, and the lead's down to 6. 31-25. Gary Donald, baseline 17-footer, no. Admirals may be forcing things a little bit offensively.
I totally agree, Jay. I mean, it's one pass and a shot or one pass and individual move. The few times they've made Euclid play defense, they've got the ball inside and they've scored.
Taken away, knocked to the ground. Vincent Lee's going to come out 3-on-3, it looks like. Lee to the rim, all the way up, knocked away by Harris. And back comes Euclid. Now the Admirals are into a 4-on-2 situation. 3 ball, no, but we didn't rebound the backside. Whistle, basket, foul on Casey. Bibbs gets the basket and the foul.
You know, the tempo of this game, Jay, is up and down much more than I thought it would be, and I think the Admirals are a little bit fatigued right now. So I see the players all bent over, holding onto their knees, but you know, I see them. I know they want to do it. They know the importance of doing it, but they're just not sprinting back defensively. Well, I think they're tired.
Again, I mean, you know, we're talking about a team with a shorter bench than normal with the injury. Second shot up, no, and Anton Harris, who came in at the break there, brings it back. Admirals by 4. Euclid scored the last 5. Now Malcolm Barnett says, let's be smart. Now it looks like Euclid has gone to a zone. Got Barnett from way outside.
Oh, wow.
That was, did we get 4 for that?
That was a big basket because you just felt, you know, the momentum shifting in Euclid's favor.
34-27, lead back to 7. Malcolm's first 3 of the ball game. Oops,
that's a travel.
That sure was. Well,
and a turnover.
The basketball gods.
About fair play. Wow, I'll tell you.
Sometimes they make things even.
That was definitely a travel.
33, Adrian Solis up from the JV team onto the court for the Admirals here to give Parker a break. This is Lee.
And you're right, Jay, that does look like
they've extended and Solis, not bashful, launches a 3, long, and back comes Harris. Euclid back outside, and now they'll take their time. 3:20 to go in the half. 34-27. When they set up, they like it down low.
Exactly. And most of their scoring has come off the dribble.
There's a wild 3-pointer. Salisa rebound, Vincent Lee. Casey ahead of the
pass.
Pack. Boom!
Oh, wow, with the left hand.
Timeout, the Panthers. AD puts one down, and the Admirals lead goes back to 9. And Bob, that was a big time move.
That really was. And Jay, big time also is the Lorain School Employees Credit Union and Neil Summers. If you're employed by or retired from the Lorain City Schools, if the answer is yes, and pay close attention to the following. Don't get a 3-second call with low interest rates on your investments. Set up to the line and shoot your way to success at the Lorain School Employees Credit Union. We will fast break the competition so you win the financial game of interest. Choose a certificate of deposit and watch your APY score the maximum. You'll score a goal every time when you call LSECU at 282-4600. Neil Summers at 282-4600.
Hey, Bob, as Adrian Casey might say, thank you very much.
Oh, I wasn't supposed to read that?
No, very good.
Oh, okay.
36-27 as Euclid comes back with 3 minutes to go in the half. This is Dwayne Harris and Malcolm Barnett. Adrian Solis defensively. Down low, they get it to Jamal Harris over. That time it was Anton Harris. Again, no rebound again to Euclid. Whistle, reach-in foul.
7th foul, I believe.
That's going to put him at the line. And more importantly, Malcolm Barnett's got 2.
This game is killing me.
2:41 to go.
It is. I want the Admirals so bad.
36-27.
You know, I just feel if they take one step back, I'm not saying play soft, but make Euclid run an offense, Euclid will turn it over. And I don't feel confident just from watching them, shoot the ball in warm-ups and thus far in this game, with one exception, shooting the ball from the perimeter.
Bryant Parker back for Malcolm Barnett. I would imagine that makes Vincent Lee the primary ball handler. Second shot, no. Casey rebounds.
Nice
Admirals
look.
by 8. Too far for Parker. Into the cheerleaders and out of bounds, and Euclid will come the other way. Good idea.
Yeah, good idea to look up the floor, but as we said, let's make the easy pass. Run carefully tonight.
Pick your spots.
Opportunistically, pick your spots.
Parker defensively against Haynes. Euclid goes to the set offense. That means they bring it outside to Harris, one-on-one with Anton Harris. Blocked.
That's better.
But no rebound again. And there's a problem as the Admirals had a couple leaking out.
Right. Solis did a nice job defensively inside there, but as you point out, Jay, and we talk about all the time, when you have to go over and help, it kind of disrupts all the checkout assignments, and you're very vulnerable to stick back.
Casey with his second foul. Dominique Germany to the line. The first part, you can't start the break until you have the ball.
Defense
doesn't
ends
end
when you
when
secure
offense
the basketball.
begins.
No, when you secure the basketball. That's when defense ends.
Gary Donald's going to come in for Casey. Casey with his second foul takes 9 points to the bench. Donald brings 11 back in. 22.5 from the 3 Admirals big guys. That shot, no. Rebound. Solis had it, lost it. Euclid back up and in. DJ Bibb. They get 3 that trip, and it's 36-31.
Well, we talked about the importance of the boards in the pregame.
This is Vincent Lee. Now with Casey on the bench for what you would guess would be the end of the half. Lee down the lane, forces it up, and is going to get to the line. Foul is on 2. DJ Bibb, his second. Vincent Lee to the line with 6. Minute 56 in the half.
Lee at 64% coming into tonight's game from the line, averaging 7 a game.
Well, this is one of those places where everybody can step it up a little bit.
Well, Jay, you're absolutely right. Everybody has to step it up a little. Everybody has to step it up. I mean, without Kimbrel in the game, and we hate to belabor the point, I mean, you're giving up 5-6 steals a game, 6 or 7 assists a game, 14.5 points. Stability handling the basketball.
And a defensive weapon. There's the kick to the corner. And Euclid, now they come back inside. Nice pass.
Yeah.
Germany, the recipient. When Harris gets the ball, it seems like the Admirals are so concentrated on helping that they forget to play defense.
Well, help with the man who passed the ball inside. I mean, go down and attack that way as opposed to from any other spot on the floor.
Not sure what Gary Donald saw, but Harris runs it down. Lee for 3. Air ball. Solis had it, and Harris got a hand on it as he tried to put it back.
Lead down to 4 with 1:18 left.
Yeah. Euclid looks to run the man-to-man, which means we know where they want to be. There's Harris. They look high-low. Nice job by Parker. Under a minute to play now. Donald defensively down low, doing a good job. Harris and Harris. Oops. Yeah,
that's a travel. If you make them run an offense, if you back off a little bit, don't let them attack, off the dribble, they will turn it over. I'm confident of that.
43.4 to go. Adrian Solis will inbound in front of the Admirals bench, and this is Vincent Lee. We'll see what Coach Stacy told them, if he said we want one or we want to. Lee, Bryant Parker.
Jay, it's hard to hold it for 40 seconds at the high school level, or any level for that matter.
It's hard to hold it, run an offense from as far out as they are, and they turn it over. And back comes Euclid with Germany under 20. This is Gary Donald and DJ Bibb.
Down to 12 seconds.
Donald. Parker missed it, shot long, back up Harris. No, Anton Harris at the glass. And we'll go to the half. 37 for the Admirals, 33 for the Euclid Panthers. Not the most artistic quarter for the Admirals as they get outscored in the quarter 16-14, but take a 4-point lead into the half. Which reminds us that we're going to introduce you to one of our new partners, the Garfield Elementary Adventures in Science Magnet. If your child enjoys exploring and learning about the environment through experiments or engaging in finding solutions to problems, if you'd like your child to engage in an inquiry-based science lessons and hand-on experiments integrated with reading and math, discover Garfield Elementary Adventures in Science Magnet by calling 246-1114 and talk with Barb Kapuscinski, the principal. Let's learn a little bit more about the Garfield Elementary Adventures in Science Magnet right now.
Garfield Elementary Adventures in Science Magnet offers students inquiry-based science lessons combined with technology-enhanced instruction. Students attending Garfield Elementary complete 17 modules as they move from kindergarten to the 5th grade. They develop ideas and inquiry skills as they study one topic, and a small number of key concepts as they work through investigations over a 6 to 8 week period. As they work through the modules, they cover topics in areas that engage and interest them. Students work in cooperative teams to explore the world around them and to solve problems that are interesting to them. Students in the kindergarten through 2nd grades attend a science lab created with their needs in mind. They cover topics ranging from the senses, living things, the weather, balls and ramps, liquids and sounds. Students in 3rd through 5th grades attend a technology-oriented science lab with the topics covered being bones and skeletons, the earth, the sun and the moon, and circuits and pathways. At Garfield Elementary, students are also engaged outside of the classroom. Students attend field trips where they interact with experts in the field, and they interact with scientists via distance learning. Garfield Elementary also hosts representatives from local metro parks and science centers to provide large group activities for the students that create excitement about science in the classroom. By combining the inquiry-based approach to teaching, field trips and activities, and interactions with professionals in the science fields, the students truly do experience adventures in science.
Lorain School Employees Credit Union, 4459 Oberlin Avenue, Lorain. If you're an employee of the Lorain Board of Education or an employee's family member, you're eligible for the lowest rates, the best products, and the friendliest service in banking with Lorain School ECU. Speak with us about a membership today and start reaping the rewards of membership with Lorain School ECU. Phone 440-282-4600. Your lawnmower needs serviced. Your snowblower doesn't work. Your riding mower needs repaired. Who are you going to call? To avoid all this frustration and for no mower worries, call Mark Furman Mobile Mower Service at 315-0250. Mark Furman Mobile Mower Service makes good old-fashioned house calls. Most services done on-site at your home when it's convenient for you. He's been servicing the area's power equipment needs for over 30 years, servicing most makes, including Sears, MTD yard machines, Briggs & Stratton, and other major name brands. Remember, for no mower worries and for fast, experienced professional service, call Mark Furman Mobile Mower Service at 315-0250.
Since 1921, your hometown financial professionals at First Federal Savings of Lorain have dedicated themselves to meeting the financial needs of their customers and surrounding communities. They offer a wide variety of financial investments as well as home mortgages to meet your every need. Loans on boats, cars, mobile homes, and other worthwhile purchases are also available. Whatever your financial need, First Federal Savings of Lorain is ready to help with 8 convenient locations to serve you in Lorain, Avon, Huron, Sandusky, Port Clinton, and now its newest location at Park Avenue and Levitt Road in Amherst. First Federal Savings of Lorain is an equal housing lender and FDIC insured.
Mental health problems are surprisingly common. They affect almost every family in America, maybe even yours. Call 1-800-789-2647. Get the facts about mental health.
For the people in our armed forces, it's a time of sacrifice, a time of duty. That's why we've joined together to form the Armed Forces Relief Trust to help military families cope with financial and medical emergencies at home. The 4 military aid societies gave millions last year to cover unexpected medical expenses, child care, and more. But with so many overseas, the need is greater than ever. They're serving us. Let's serve them in return.
Back at the Shot Palace, the Admirals' quest for perfection reaches the third quarter, +4, 37-33. Euclid with the ball. Admirals in their man-to-man. They had lead as big as 9. There's Jasmine Harris cutting it all the way down to 2.
Well, they did a nice job of opening up the weak side, taking away any help opportunity and lobbing it to the big guy.
Parker quick for 3, no, and back comes Euclid with a chance to tie or take the lead, which they have not had since, I believe, it was 13-11.
Off the dribble, that's what we have to stop. Too many of their 37 points, and it's tied right now, have been, transition baskets out of bounds, beat off the dribble for a layup. We have to make them run an offense. They will turn it over.
Well, if this was a football game, Euclid would be ahead in time of possession, because we have forced them to run an offense more than we have run one ourselves. Tied at 37, we've played 50 seconds in the third quarter. Euclid with their third possession. They scored on their first 2 to tie.
Don't even guard him out there.
Nice turnaround move, but Vincent Lee comes away. All even, 6:45 to go.
Now let's make them play defense.
Brian Parker up under 15-footer, good. And that's a good move for Brian Parker.
That's a good move. That's his game. That's a good move.
Admirals by 2, Parker with 7. Vincent Lee has 7. Adrian Casey 9, Gary Donald 11 to lead the Admirals in the first half. There's the lob over Donald. Malcolm Barnett that time backside help, knocked it away off a Panther and out of bounds.
Yeah. Malcolm,
Coach Sattel was starting to yell, and then one of his assistants said, "No, it was off us, Coach," and he nodded and said, "You got it."
Good weak side help to dig it out by Barnett.
And then no weak side help, AD with the right hand.
Wow, that's pretty amazing, because that's not the best place to feed the post.
I was just going to say, tough angle to get the ball into the post, but when you do, that's what happens. 3 ball, no. Rebound, Vincent Lee. Admirals by 4 with the ball. Lee comes out of a huddle of Panthers.
Oh, nice
Casey
pass.
down low, got away with a walk.
With travel. And we're going to go to the line. Definitely got away with the travel.
Harris gets his second foul from behind on Casey. Casey will go to the line, 1 of 2 in the first half.
Again, Casey at 60%, 62% from the floor, though. I mean, that's just an amazing number.
5:53 to go. The Admirals were up 4 at the half. Euclid came out, instantly tied it. Now the Admirals, on a little bit of a run themselves, have put it back to 4 with Casey at the line. Bob, I'm looking. I don't know if you have the Admiral King all-time leaders here.
I have them.
Well,
Well, Casey comes in as the 3rd all-time leading rebounder.
And I believe 7th leading scorer.
7th in scoring.
I believe he's now at 1,060. I just wanted to kind of see where he could end up, assuming a little bit of a tournament run for the Admirals. First one. That was a very tired-looking shot.
Sure was.
No legs whatsoever. He kind of unfolded and flicked it. Casey with 11, looking for 12. 41-37. Second one, that's better. He got that one. 1 of 2 again for AD. He's got a dozen. Admirals by 5, 5:45 to go in the 3rd. Back off him.
Yep. When Harris goes out to the perimeter, don't even go out there. Stay in the paint.
Don't go above the foul line. Caught in a pick and roll situation there, and Garrison Davis knocks down his 12th point, 42-39. Malcolm Barnett, Bryant Parker, they look inside. Parker on the dribble, 15-footer, good. Bryant Parker with a couple baskets in the quarter, and the lead's back to 5. Back quickly comes Haynes. Down low to Harris. Had it, lost it, got it back. Down inside. Mismatch there, and Davis knocks down another one. Garrison Davis has got 14. Malcolm Barnett all the way down the lane, glass good. Barnett with 5. Back quickly come the Panthers. Oops, got away with a hook, but then the Admirals got away with a foul, so back at you comes Malcolm Barnett. Sets it, Vincent Lee, 3-ball, nope.
This pace is bothering me a little bit, Jay. Because
whistle, Barnett's going to get his 3rd foul here, and he didn't look happy, but that was a result of the quick 3 at the other end, and turned into a transition. He's going to come out. A.J. Atkinson is going to come back. 4:34 to go in the 3rd. 46-41 as Euclid inbounds. They're looking for the lob. It was taken away. So instead, Dwayne Haynes slices and dices for his 5th point. 46-43. Vincent Lee had it knocked away. Casey retrieved it somehow. Foul shot.
Off the glass.
The bank is open. Casey with 14. 48-43. Euclid will play half court. They want to go down low. Back off Harris from about 19.
All right,
you know what?
Maybe you do have to go out and guard him.
I don't think so. I think that it's 1 and done if he misses that. Oh, there's a bad pass, and they're going to get a chippy there.
Yeah, what they did was they trapped the pass over onto the wing and ran through the passing lane.
4 quick ones. It's 48-47. That was Dwayne Harris's 7th point.
Definitely caught the Admirals off guard. They weren't expecting that trap and, the running through the passing lane as Euclid did.
Parker with an off-balance 3, no. And Euclid comes back, but Parker went and got even. His 1st foul.
I just think the Admirals, Jay, have to be a little bit more patient. They can get that shot anytime. And I've seen, although in its initial set, their stance is good, their positioning looks good, but Euclid doesn't sustain good defense after 2 or 3 passes.
This is an interesting lineup. Anton Harris comes in. It's Harris, Donald, and Casey. The 3 bigs are together with Vincent Lee and A.J. Atkinson. Bryant Parker comes out, so the Admirals get bigger, maybe to defend some of the lob stuff down low.
Good pin.
Didn't work. Atkinson got a hand in. Vincent Lee with Casey, no angle for a pass. Lee off the glass and in. Vincent Lee with 9, lead back to 3. Back quickly comes Euclid.
That's a
whistle,
charge,
and you could see that coming from half court. Gary Donald steps in, takes a charge off Garrison Davis. And the Admirals will turn the Panthers back over, 50-47. Vincent Lee will walk it up, 3 minutes to go in the third. Adrian Casey, turnaround 18-footer, rushed it. And back comes Euclid. Harris will back down Casey. Kick it out.
Off the dribble.
DJ Bibb off the dribble with 7, 50-49. And it's off the dribble to the middle of the court.
Right, there should be help there. That shouldn't happen.
They look for Casey. This is Donald from the foul line. Got it. Gary Donald with 13. He's had some big ones again tonight. 52-49, but back off the dribble all the way down, knocked away by Atkinson. Right now, Dwayne Haynes is kind of having his way down the middle of the Admirals defense. 52-49 Admirals. They've been ahead since there's off of Harris. He'll run it down in the corner against Casey. Again, we say let's not play him out there. This is Haynes and Lee. They run the set offense to the block. Nice move there. Jamel Harris has 10. 52-51. Vincent Lee lost it. Back comes Haynes, 2-on-2. Nice give up. Whistle, gonna have to earn that one. Euclid will go to the line with a chance. 32, they call the foul on Harris, his second. Euclid will go to the foul line with Germany with a chance to take the lead.
Jay, during that last foul line situation, we were talking about the 1,000-plus scores in Admiral King history. I do have the list. Byron Gladden, James Bubbles Harris, Doug Taylor, Jamie Gladden, Pat Bieber, Jamal Burris, and Roger Smith have all scored over 1,000. Smith at 1,011, so
Casey has passed him. Who's next?
After Smith, Danny Hoskins at 983.
No,
above Smith, Jamal Burris at 1,078.
So Casey should get him. He's at about 1,063 right now. Euclid takes the lead on a couple of free throws, 53-52. And this is Theron Nelson into the Admirals lineup as the Admirals go again to a JV player for contribution in this big game. Donald, spacing was brutal there by the Admirals.
I mean, you just have to be more patient, guys. You got to space the floor, pass, cut, make the easy pass, force them to play defense. You'll get what you want.
34, Gary Donald gets the foul, his second. Jordan Casey into the lineup replacing Anton Harris. This is what happens with injuries, though. You've got lineups that don't work together normally, and that certainly has been the case with the three big lineup. Admirals need to buckle down at this end of the court. 53-52, Euclid leads.
Now they have 4 out, really looking to get the ball right there to Harris.
And they did, and he threw it down. He's got 8 in the quarter, 55-52. A.J. Atkinson back to help, and he'll walk it up against pressure. Atkinson gets it across. Found Gary Donald up under in. Gary Donald with 15. 55-54, 44 seconds to go. .30 seconds to go as Euclid works the half-court offense. This is Haynes against Theron Nelson. .20 seconds to go. Euclid's playing for the last shot.
They're going to spread the floor, put Harris inside, and look to get it in there.
Down to 10 seconds. Coach Sattel's motioning them away. They're going to play one-on-one right here. Shot from the foul line, no. Harris rebound with 3, 15-footer, blocked by Jordan Casey. Foul. I'd have taken my chances with that shot. 55-54 Euclid. 1.8 seconds to go in the third quarter. Jamel Harris at the line shooting 2. He's got 8 in the quarter, 12 in the game. The Admirals with 5 team fouls now. His first shot up, kind of a soft brick we used to call him.
That was a definite soft brick.
There, Bobby Knight last night was watching a game and somebody banked a three-pointer in and said he just missed, he had a 9-inch miss for 3. 2 free throws for Harris, 57-54. They'll get him off with 1.8. The Admirals got a catch and heave here. Nelson dribble, fires, and the clock will run out on that one. We've played 3. 57 for Euclid, 54 for the Admirals. We'll be back with the fourth quarter after this timeout.
Thank you for keeping our country free.
I'm happy you looked out for our country.
It seems we are all more aware of what service to our country really means.
Does anyone know what a veteran is?
You must be brave to go in the Army.
Now it is possible to say thank you directly to America's veterans. Just log on to thankyouveterans.org, select an e-card, and send a personal message of thanks.
Please know that you will be in my prayers always.
I wanted to do something to let them know how I feel.
I'm glad to say I'm an American because of you.
There are 26 million veterans living in America, from World War II to Afghanistan and Iraq. Let a veteran or someone in the military know you appreciate their service. Visit thankyouveterans.org, a public service of Paralyzed Veterans of America.
Back at the Shot Palace, fourth quarter about to begin. 57 Euclid, 54 Admiral King.
That was a 24-point quarter for Euclid, Jay.
Yes, it was. And Gary Donald will get it into Malcolm Barnett. We got Vincent Lee, 12, 3 Bryant Parker, and 50 Adrian Casey. Parker fires a quick one. Donald, Casey, back over his head. Nice move by AD with 16, 57, 56. This is the end that needs, it's going to make the determination about the Admirals' perfect season.
The defensive end, Jay, there's no doubt about it. You can't give up 24 points in this fourth quarter and expect to be there.
Nice move down there, down low. Gary Donald called for the foul, clearly.
See, that's a little curl cut right in front of Donald's face. You got to deny that or pivot in front and get in front of it right away.
Donald with his third foul. Germany will go back to the line. He's got 3 out of 4 from the line as part of his 7 points. And Euclid will be shooting the rest of the way as that was the Admiral's 6th team foul. First shot up in. 58-56. Second one on its way, no. Rebound, Casey. Barnett will bring it. Malcolm Barnett down the lane, kick out Vincent Lee. Got to traveled with the basketball. Take a step off, fellas. 58-56 Euclid. They'll bring it up with Haynes. He's only got 7 points, but he's been in the center of the action the whole night. This is Harris against Casey. They look down low to Germany. 3 ball on the way, no. Nice box out by Casey. Here comes Barnett. Malcolm down the middle, nowhere to go, has to force one up. It was blocked. Again, take a step off. All the way back, Gary Donald, basket and foul. That was DJ Bibb. And now Coach Stacy starts to have a problem. That's 4 on Gary Donald. DJ Bibb will go to the line, looking for the 3-point play.
And Donald is just having a great game offensively.
Donald to the bench, Vincent Lee to the bench, A.J. Atkinson and Anton Harris in.
Jay, what was the score at the end of 3?
It was 57-54. It's 60-56, 61-56. Biggest lead of the night for Euclid at 5.
You know, I mean, we just haven't scored this half.
pressure point right now for the Admirals.
No doubt about it. And, you know, I just think if there's nothing there, we've got to be much more patient.
Atkinson, Casey, one-on-one with Harris.
You know, we're shooting a very low percentage because we're taking very low percentage shots.
Atkinson off the dribble.
That was huge.
That was a big one, 61-59. A.J. Atkinson in the books with a big three.
I mean, that was huge because it kind of stopped the run.
Oh, absolutely.
Now let's get a defensive stop. Yes.
Casey knocks that away, retrieves it. He's going to go one-on-one with all of Germany, and he missed the dunk. Germany got enough to stop it. AD's going to go to the line for two. He's got 16 in the game. 6:11 to play in this one. Euclid by 2.
Had a 4-on-1 there. I'd like to have that layup.
Let's do it the old-fashioned way, Casey. Good bend that time. Extension flicked it in. Substitution, Walter Bibbs in for Dominic Germany. (61-60) Euclid. Second shot up and in. 5 in a row for the Admirals to tie. Casey with 18 now in the ball game.
Ooh, got away with one.
Yeah, Anton Harris
threw
knocked
Harris
Jamal down. They kick it back out, and they look to come right back inside. Knocked away. Malcolm Barnett's got a layup.
Oh, no, don't do that. Score the basketball.
Anton Harris had it taken away. Whistle foul. Boy, are the Admirals lucky there.
Very lucky. I mean, that's 2 opportunities they've had to score in transition. Went for dunks and came up empty-handed. Of course, Casey did make those 2 free throws, but you got to score the basketball right there. Score 61-61. It's not like we're up by 20 and you can relax a bit.
Foul was on 32. Jamal Harris, his third. 61 all. Malcolm Barnett. I don't know if he wishes he had that one back, but I know Coach Stacy'd like to have it back. Casey with Jamal Harris. Casey with the left, knocked away. Offensive foul called. Walter Bibbs takes the charge on Casey, his third, and we'll go back to Euclid tied.
Yeah, it's tough to attack the basket from there because the help is there. If you want to attack off the dribble, and you always want to attack off the dribble, reverse the basketball and attack the defense when it's recovering and closing out.
61 all. They look down low for Haynes. Casey behind him, Anton Harris in front. This is Jamal Harris, kicks it back outside the bib. 5:10 to go. We're tied at 61.
Oh, they want to get it inside.
Yes, they do. Back off.
Good
and they
curl
did.
cut.
Nice curl cut. Head fake, up. Good.
Yeah.
Walter Bibbs.
Just a pick on the weak side and a good sharp curl cut to the basketball.
63-61. Malcolm Barnett. A.J. Atkinson. Step back. Barnett. No hurry here whatsoever. Down low to Anton Harris. Jump hook. No. Casey.
Powered up.
Back up. Blocked. Harris. Got it. Casey again. Good. Casey with 20. We're tied at 63. Adrian Casey I don't know that he's been out. I know he hadn't been out to half. He was out once in the first half.
Travel.
Knocked away by Bryant Parker. One-on-one. Casey trailing. Parker throws it up. Casey goes and gets it. Whistle, jump ball. Casey had to bring the ball down. It's going to be Euclid's.
I think Barnett was trying to pass it off the glass, Jay.
It was Parker that time, I think.
Or Parker, rather.
Just, again, there's no hurry here. And it's easy to say from up here, we're not caught up in the emotion of the game and of the season. We got an injury there. I think it's just some leg cramps. DJ Bibb is going to walk it off. We're going to get a timeout. The coach of Euclid takes it. We've got a full timeout, which gives me a chance to talk about one of our partners, Bob. The General Johnny Wilson Adventures in Animation magnet for students who enjoy playing video games, want to learn how to create video games and make a lot of money. Turn your passion into a career. Come to visit General Johnny Wilson Adventures in Animation. Call 246-1020 and set up a tour with Sam Newsom, principal.
Well, Jay, and again, we can't forget Neil Summers. Are you employed again or retired from Lorain City Schools? If the answer is yes, then pay close attention. In the paint, 3-second violation. Top of the arc, in the circle. Got you confused? Make your next shot a three-pointer with a certificate of deposit at Lorain School Employees Credit Union. Our team has the CD rate that will score every time when you call or visit LSECU. Make a slam dunk by calling 282-4600, 282-4600, or stop by the office at 4459 Oberlin Avenue. Ask for Neil.
Well, 63-63. Euclid will have the ball. The Admirals have had a couple of
Jay, I can't stand it anymore. You know, we've had 3 opportunities here to score off steals, and you know, where we only came away with two free throws, and in a game like this, you can't miss those opportunities.
Euclid, they put the ball down. Euclid will inbound. Haynes gets it easily. 4:10 to go in the season, tied at 63. Parker guarding Haynes. Now this is Harris over Harris. That one up off the top of the glass, and the Admirals will get it back. 3:56 to go. Coach Stacy says, bring it, and have an idea, fellas.
Let's get a good one. Make them play defense. There's nothing there. Make the easy pass 5 or 6 times. You will get what you want.
A.J. Atkinson for long way out. Got it.
Wow, that's a 3, Jay.
3.5. Admirals by 3, 66-63, 3:30 to go. AJ's hit 2 huge shots.
Wow.
Down low, lob, nobody behind Germany.
Yeah, you can't, if they're clearing out like that, you can't front.
Casey gets it from Atkinson quickly back. 22 for AD, nice play by A.J. Atkinson again. Back come the Panthers, 3:05 to go. Down low, Germany over Anton Harris, the penetration again. Germany with 8.5, 13 in the game. Brian Parker, or Malcolm Barnett, 3 ball.
Wow!
Barnett with 8, Admirals by 4. 2:45 to go. Get a stop, fellas. Not going to be that time. Too easy off the dribble again. Bibbs with 12. 71-69. Don't live by the 3.
First open man. Let's go. Get it moving.
The count is on. I don't know if Malcolm Barnett realizes that. Step back foot on the line. That was a 2. Parker for 3.
Oh, my. Wow.
Brian Parker, Admirals by 5, 74-69. This place is rocking now, Bob. Haynes against Parker. Foul line jumper over Atkinson. No, AD picks up the air ball. Gets it to Malcolm Barnett. We're under 2 minutes in the quest for the gold. Anton Harris, step in dunk.
Got away with a travel, but it's going to count for 2.
Whistle, timeout, Euclid. We'll keep it right here, Buzz.
Wow.
76 for the Admirals, 69 for the Panthers, 1:50 to go, and the Admirals faithful are starting to sense something positive.
Wow, you know, 3 very clutch shots in the last 40 seconds by the Admirals. Atkinson's 3, Barnett hits the jumper, and, you know, Harris on the nice drop step to the dunk.
Don't forget Brian Parker's 3.
And Brian Parker's 3. You must play half-court defense now. Back off, make them run an offense, make them eat some clock. Don't let them go inside to Harris. Play behind them if they clear out 4 out and try to push them off the spot. And then when you come down offensively, please have some patience. Work the clock now. You're up by 7 with 2 left. I mean, take some time off.
Al Stacy has patchworked together some lineups tonight.
Yeah.
This comeback in the 3rd quarter has been with Vincent Lee on the bench.
Jay, in a couple of times, I thought the shots were poor choices and they went in. I mean, they're just big plays.
They're good shots when they go, and we are very happy that they did.
I might want to pick them up here a little bit at three-quarter court, make them eat some clock, taking it up the floor.
Don't get beat off the dribble.
Don't get beat off the dribble.
Euclid down to 1 timeout now. The Admirals with the full complement of 5.
Right, and I know Coach Stacy told the Admirals, if you get hung up, if you pick up your dribble, if you don't have an outlet or an inbounds pass, take one of our timeouts. We've got 5.
Minute 48 to go. This is Haynes against Parker. Parker's done the best job on Haynes tonight. They look inside. Fake the 3 over. Casey and Bibbs taken away by Adrian Casey. Whistle foul.
Oh, yeah.
AD reach in steal. Foul on 23. Walter Bibbs, his first. Only the 5th team foul for the Euclid Panthers. So Malcolm Barnett will inbound. 1:33 to go.
What are we doing here? 4 across?
For Adrian Casey. All the way over to Anton Harris. Up, lost it. A.J. Atkinson banged it home. A.J. with 8 in the quarter. Lead is 9. The biggest it was up to 11 once. 1:15 to go on the penetration. Layup up in by Davis. Davis with 16. This is Malcolm Barnett. Malcolm down the lane. Tossed it up off the, he was going to lob it. Whistle timeout, Admirals. Barnett has just got to take a step off, and that's what Adrian Casey is telling him. Right now, the Admirals got a break because he was smart enough to go get his own lob pass, and Coach Colin Irish with an arm around him is saying, calm down, son.
Fellas, let's hold the ball. Let's get fouled. Let's make a few free throws. Let's use our timeouts if we get hung up. There's no reason. We have enough points. Everything from here on out should come from the line.
This is just, it's a great atmosphere. We sometimes lose sight because they've been so good all year. These are 16, 17, and 18-year-old kids out here. And if we're excited up here in our ancient and addled states, imagine what's going through their hearts and minds as they play in front of this crowd.
It's easier said than done, Jay, but I certainly don't want to shoot them back into the ball game with 1:03 left.
1:03 to go, 78-71. It's a 3-possession game right now, Bob. Now we start talking about that. Brian Parker will inbound on the baseline. He's standing on the S.
And if you don't have a clean inbounds pass, burn one of those timeouts.
The officials are just conferring it's a spot inbounds after the out-of-bounds situation. Parker lobs to Casey, backs it out. Parker, 18-footer, good. Brian Parker makes the lead 80-71, 54 seconds to go. Atkinson knocks it away, swats it away. Malcolm Barnett going to take it in. No foul, knocked away. Anton Harris, whistle, and he got grabbed. I thought he might have got away with another travel.
I definitely think he got away with a travel there, Jay.
Walter Bibbs gets the foul. Anton Harris.
Fellas,
we don't need any more points.
You have enough points. It's the clock we want to win.
80-71. Now it's a 3-possession. One of these will make it a 4-possession game with 43.4. Anton's got 4 in the ball game still, as the first one off and no good. His dunk was one of the more amazing plays in this run. The drop step and the dunk. Second shot on its way, long. Got his own rebound, steps through, hacked again. So Anton is going to go back from whence he came. I didn't see the foul. Now, foul is on 24, Garrison Davis, his second.
Harris comes in at only 20% from the line.
0 of 2 tonight.
Knock one of these down.
First one, that's true. And you know what, Bob?
That could do it
I'm going to say that should ought to do it. It's 4 possessions now.
That could do it.
And
but let's play the situation. Let's play smart. Let's win this thing the right way.
You're still in a situation where you've got to learn and grow without your leader. second one is good. Anton Harris gives the Admirals an 11-point lead, and it's going to happen, Bob.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. It's going to be 20-0, first time since 1988. It's going to happen.
And I'll tell you, we've both been on the bench for these kind of situations. There's a dunk by Jamal Harris. Euclid burns their last timeout with 25 seconds to go, 82-73. A little bit about, Bob, you've been on the bench with Coach Gillum in these situations.
Yeah.
I was fortunate to be on the bench for one of these with a group of outstanding young ladies at Lorain High. And, the sense, you're always proud of your teams, but I think that the sense that all of a sudden, everything that you hoped for and tried to do from the beginning of the season, you've been perfect.
Yeah.
And how many people can say that they set out to do a job or had a goal and they were perfect in that pursuit?
It's amazing. There have only been 6 teams in Lorain County since 1956 to have a perfect record. Obviously, Admiral, and Jay, most schools in the state, they've never even, had a perfect record. This is amazing.
Oops. Anton Harris bounces it out of bounds. Euclid will get it with 22.9.
Like they have a middleman there.
Yeah, and it's one of those things, Bob. Perfection is something that these kids can take with them the rest of their lives. They worked together for a common goal, and they achieved it.
And their effort and intensity in this fourth quarter has been special.
Yeah, and it's been that way all year long when they've been behind. I watched an Akron East game. I watched 2 Southview games. Anton Harris knocks it away. He breaks out 3-on-1. Now Brian Parker brings it back out. He's going to have it. 20-0. Welcome to the big time, Lorain Admiral King.
Wow.
You know how you get to 20-0, Bob?
Win every game.
In a close game, you score 28 in the fourth quarter, and that's what the Admirals just did. Wow, let's look at the crowd. The emotion in this place has been pent up all night long.
Just what an accomplishment to go through the season and win 20. Again, only 6 teams in all of Lorain County since 1956. And the only other, obviously, Division I team has been Admiral King back in 1988. It's fantastic. The only undefeated Division I school in the state of Ohio as we speak at the very end of the season. My hat's off to Coach Stacy, all the players, and they scared me tonight. A couple of the situations, I didn't know if they played them properly, but I'll tell you what, they did do well. Their intensity, their effort in the fourth quarter down at the defensive end was exceptional. It was just exceptional.
Bob,
you could feel that they were willing themselves to have success tonight. Those are real winners.
Bob, I wonder if when Michael Scott, and let's not forget his name in this equation because he worked with these guys for 3 years. When he got his administrative job in the summer, and Brian Corey made a phone call, and I happen to know that the phone call was to Faye Stacy, Al's wife, because the Stacys were planning on heading south this winter.
Right, because Al is a retired worker from Ford.
Brian talked Faye into talking Al into coming on board.
No, but
could any of them imagine 20-0?
But you mentioned Mike Scott, Jay, and I used to come to the gym and watch Mike practice, and at Mike's practice, he was working on fundamentals, and a real smart guy told me one time, teach fundamentals, coach fundamentals, and winning and losing will take care of itself.
And we'll just say that and winning will take care of itself for this year's version of the Admirals. And I don't know if it's a statement or not, but I kind of thought that we'd see a ladder out there and the nets would get chopped. But the Admirals apparently are not. This is not an end for them, just the turning point, the terminus of the first part of the season. So we're going to step away, and we'll come back with our wrap-up right after this timeout.
McRuff the crime dog here. We've all heard of identity theft. Now I'm going to show you how those thieves do it. Watch. He's secretly photographing her credit card with his cell phone. Now watch. They pretend they have a package to deliver, and while they're trying to fit it in the mailbox, they're taking her credit card payments and other paid bills. To learn how to protect yourself from identity theft, go to weprevent.org. Keep your identity to yourself and help take a bite out of crime.
Jay Ferguson, Bob Braskich, and
Wow.
Joe Bach back here. And as my partner said, wow.
I can't stand it.
It's the shot palace is the perfection palace tonight. Lorain Admiral King boys basketball returns to the summit, Bob. 20-0 is all you can. That's all you can say is you set out to do something 20 times, and every time you accomplish
Just
what your goal was.
fantastic, and what a spectator game we had here tonight. When Jay, I was really worried when we fell down by 5 there. I believe it was at the end of 3 or at the beginning of 4. It was somewhere in there.
Well, Euclid was up 3 at the end of the third. We'll reset the quarters here. King up 6, 23-17 at the end of the first. It was 37-33 Admirals at the half, but you sensed that this game was in doubt because the Admirals were up 9 and 11 in the second and gave a lot of it back. Euclid stormed back. Really stormed back on a 24-17 third quarter, took a 57-54 lead. That lead grew to 61-56.
Right.
Euclid by 5, and oh my goodness, did the Admirals come storming back. They came back on a three-pointer by A.J. Atkinson.
Right.
And then a couple of free throws from Adrian Casey, I believe,
right,
to tie the game at 61. And at that point, it was tense in here.
Oh, it was. And then there was the three by Parker, and then the drop step slam dunk by Harris.
A turnover on a breakaway. Malcolm Barnett missed a dunk off the back of the rim. Then they came down again on a turnover on a fast break 3-on-1 situation and got nothing out of it. And you thought, oh my gosh, it's slipping away.
Right.
And Euclid even went back on top. But then the plays that were made, and I don't even know where to begin, the guys that made them. Brian Parker came up huge in the fourth quarter. He had 14 in the game. 9 of those were in the second half. Vincent Lee played very well in the first half. When the team got on a roll in the fourth quarter, Coach Stacy said, we're not going to fight a good thing. We'll leave him right here. He had 9 in the game. Malcolm Barnett had 8 in the game, including a huge 3-ball as the Admirals caught and passed Euclid in the fourth quarter. I don't know what you say about this guy because he just hit a couple of the biggest shots of the season. How about A.J. Atkinson with 2 threes and a 2 and a wonderful assist to Adrian Casey right after one of the threes in the fourth quarter. He had 8 points, but they were just incredible in the run. Anton Harris had 6 points, including the 2 free throws that iced things. Gary Donald had a couple of baskets in the second half off a big first half, 11-point half. 15 points for Gary Donald, and we've watched him grow and mature all year long into just a wonderful basketball player. And the big guy in the middle picking up for his buddy.
Exceptional tonight.
Adrian Casey with 22 points once again to lead the Admirals. I know that they had some plays that they'd like back.
Yes.
And I know that, Coach Stacy is going to talk to them later in the week about things that went wrong.
Right.
But I am
situations.
Sure that, you know what, I can remember this feeling in the locker room. And there was an awful lot, when I was associated with a team that was undefeated, there was an awful lot of giggling going on in there because the tension release is such that...
Oh, it's something you're never going to forget.
Yeah,
and something I'm going to take away from this game is that in that fourth quarter, the Admirals' intensity. I know they were exhausted, Jay. I thought they were tired in the first half, but they reached down. They gathered up all of their emotion and energy, and they focused on the job that had to be done. They played much more actively down here on the defensive end. They got up and down the floor. They kind of willed themselves to have success in this game tonight. I mean, they willed it because Euclid's a pretty good ball club. I mean, these two teams were evenly matched, and when it came down to the very end, I mean, how the thing was going to finish, the Admirals finished much stronger. They willed themselves, over the top, and that's what I appreciate most, of this game.
Bob, you can't measure the success of high school athletics in terms of wins and losses entirely.
Right.
But this is an exceptional group in that, a lot of teams that, have big seasons do so because their talent just overwhelms people.
Right.
This team, the tallest player on this team is, let's be honest, 6'3".
I agree.
They've got a bunch of little tiny guards that can do different things. Chris Kimbrel is an exceptional competitor and an athlete. What you had is you had a group of kids that came together and worked together, and we said, we don't care who gets the credit as long as we get the success. And that's really what this season has ended up being. And that's one of those life lessons.
There's no doubt about it. And then just, it's so uncommon in athletics or anywhere else to see young people that know what an effort is. I saw that they knew what an effort was there in that fourth quarter, in the final 3 minutes, the run there. They knew what an effort was. And that's one of the most difficult things to teach and one of the most difficult things to learn about any endeavor, about anything that you want to do. What's an effort? And I saw that the Admirals, they know what an effort is.
Well, Bob, this wraps up the regular season broadcasts for you and I. Here's hoping we'll be back joining the 4 Lorain ball clubs on the tournament trail, be it in Medina, at Midview, and hopefully and beyond for a couple of them.
Good season.
Lots of things will determine that. Joe's got a couple games tomorrow at Medina as both girls teams play their second round games.
And the Admiral boys are looking at Cloverleaf in the first round, and if they could get by that, it looks like they're looking at Olmsted Falls. I've seen Olmsted Falls play. They're formidable.
Tomorrow night I'll take a journey over to Southview and watch them finish their season in a game that was a makeup game against Bedford. It'll be senior night over there for that great group of seniors as well. But tonight we came and we saw what we hoped we would see,
sure
Bob.
Did. It was a good time, and everybody here enjoyed it.
I am so excited for this group of kids and the coaches, because hats off to them. This is something that you'll have the rest of your life, this feeling. Way to go, Admirals.
And I'm happy for the community. It's something for the community to hang their hat on and feel a lot of pride about it. I mean, it was just a great effort.
Okay, and you know what, Bob? I'm going to go down and be part of it. I want to shake some hands and give some hugs as well. So for the final time in the regular season, for Joe Bach, for Bob Braskich, this is Jay Ferguson. Have a good night, everybody.
This has been a production of Lorain City Schools, TV 20 WLCS.
To purchase a high-quality copy of the program you just viewed, please call Lorain City Schools Television at 282-8400.